Give a better sound to your life.
Sorry, too much mooning in the song. The how. Yeah, we're getting wrecked though, bro. Getting wrecked. Oh, chat. Hello, traders. Welcome to the absolutely horrendous live stream that we got the price of markets melting down, silver down about 4%, $82, gold down 1.5% on the new week, futures down, NASDAQ down 0.7%, S&P down 0.5%. Bitcoin on your screen right here, down 3.23%, lows of day. Ethereum, lows of day. We got the weekly candle close on crypto in the next 51 minutes. Bear pull, bear flag, beautiful. How it's playing out. It's incredible. We're waiting on 71 to 74K. You are not too far removed from taking out the lows from the tariff crash, which was $74,300 and change. Very close to seeing that. Maybe we'll see it on this stream. It's getting nasty, man. Ethereum down nearly 9 effing %. Good God, man. It is, heck, it's frozen over. It is in the 40s, low 40s right now in Miami. I'm literally looking at the Atlantic Ocean, the Biscayne Bay. I see boats out there, but it is freezing and it's windy. Let's look at Ethereum real quick. Oh my God. We just made the lowest price since June. Wait, yep. Since, June 23rd officially. Nasty. See you at $2,100, $2,000. There's your inflection points down there, right? It's a little zone. That's a definite target area. They slashed through 2,400 like it was nothing. Tom Lee is underwater. He right now, as I'm speaking, is at his lowest P&L possible. I mean, in history, they are down. Bitminer, BMNR, they're down over $6 billion right now. So, it's disgusting, man. It's absolutely horrible. At least the great thing about it was we knew it looked bad. We knew what trend we were in. There was no argument for true longs in crypto. They killed it on 1010. Thank you, CZ. He's the Night King. He's liquidated everyone. all of Westeros are a bunch of walking corpses now. Westeros being the crypto market. It's just him. So, I mean, this clown, like late last week, literally said, we're going to take $1 billion and buy Bitcoin. The next day, within 24 hours, this clown on-chain data confirms that that clown sold $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. That's CZ. These people have completely different moral frameworks. They don't have moral frameworks, okay? Like a normal human, like a good person. That these people are sociopaths, all right? So as I'm speaking, Tom Lee's destroyed, MicroStrategy destroyed. Currently, as I'm speaking to you right now, the threshold for Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy, where they had a positive P&L, they are now, right now, negative. They're losing money after purchasing Bitcoin over the past 5 years. They have made no money. All that talking, all the Michael Saylor conferences, all the ASMR, you know, all of the, it's energy. It's right. It's monetary energy. It's hornets and cyber hornets, right? All that made $0 now. I get it. It's the long term. He's going to keep buying on the way down, but he did buy, right? He posted a tweet this weekend. So he'll get an announcement tomorrow morning what price he bought it at. He probably bought it at around $85,000 to $89,000. Yeah, so and now Bitcoin's down. What's Bitcoin down since probably where Michael Saylor purchased? 89, let's say 88 and change. Down 15% since Michael Saylor bought again. So, my God, dude, how disgusting is that? The bear pole, bear flag, bear back test. I mean, think about how nasty this is, man. I mean, this is like biblical levels. Ethereum, the second largest crypto market cap in the entire world, is down 27% in 4 days. Oh my God, the bloodbath on silver continues. It's down 6.8% right now. Silver is down like about 3% right now. We actually have pandemonium. These markets are melting down. NASDAQ at its lows of day, down 0.86%. Okay, let's look at the NASDAQ real quick. It gapped it down, man. So that gap might fill, whatever. But we remember we don't care about the daily as much as the 4 hour. They lost the level, man. They lost the level and they back tested it as resistance. This is so brutal. I mean, that is like the worst thing ever. Gold or silver has just lost $80, chat. Down 6.3%. 79.87. We're gonna look at it. Just letting you see this, what's going on right now. Okay, that's the NASDAQ. Just hit its lowest price since January 21st. Not a big deal. So you're looking at the U.S. futures open, selling off, gapping down, and then you got crypto melting down. But okay, look, Bitcoin's off its lows now. All right, Michael Saylor's even again. But here it is. They gapped it down. They took it all the way to $78. They might rebound. Dude, at this point, you are beyond the casino. You are like betting on 3 different roulette tables at the same time, trying to figure out the directionality, and the swings are going to be violent. They could take this thing up to $89 in 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and then it's back to $70 in an hour. So you're just this is now a physical market. Like, this is you trying to try to trade, or you're not trading. If you're trying to get into metals right now, if you're trying to be advantageous, it's an insane idea. Like, there is no edge, obviously. The volatility is far too great to have an edge. There's no structure, no strategy. Trading below the 200 moving average in the 4 hour, whatever. I'll look at the daily real quick. Probably not as it's bad. It's ugly, man. You just wonder, they'll fill this gap probably, right? It's never as bad as it seems, but they started out with blood, and gold being down 3.12% near its lows of the new day, new week. My God, man. I just, wish I could tell you, like, hey, man, there's something going. Nah, dude, that was like the largest move in the history of silver on Friday. Biblical. I mean, the largest move was 21, but I think it was like the largest single day loss ever. Even crazier than 1980. But that's what happens when you have a lot of leverage in the system, the AGQ, all the calls, I mean, it was just a massive wipeout. I think a lot of short banks were underwater. They had to get bailed out. That was a big bailout for them. So, gross, man. We'll monitor the situation. We'll monitor it, okay? You got gold. The gap down. Didn't take out its low from the lows last week on Friday, but still, it's pretty brutal, you know, pretty brutal sell off. That was the highest volume spike we'd ever seen on Friday, of course. It was a very historic day, and gold not really catching any favors. This is like at its lows of the day. Sitting at that heart line of that old channel that they broke out of. If you lose it, you could just imply that 44.77's on deck. Yeah, I mean, you break this heart line. Yeah, 44.77, and then if they don't hold that, then you're looking at 43.81. How brutal, man. Okay. Metals. Disgusting. Platinum down nearly 6%, just wiped out. Looks like 1868's on deck. They don't hold that, then you're looking at probably an 886 retrace in the previous low to high, which is going to be around probably 1600. Pretty gross, man. Palladium down 4% at lows of day, lows of week, new week, back to 1583. They don't hold that. 1500, they don't hold that. And you're looking back to the reversion of this craziness, reversion of that initial uptrend that began in April. You're looking around 1382. So markets are getting wrecked. Copper gapped down. Oh man, gapped down and fell back below like 580. Back testing as resistance. Not too great, man. Oof. I mean, this was the least affected of the metals, but my God, man, it's been a bloodbath, and the bloodbath is continuing. Silver down almost 8% now. Not really catching many bids out the gate, is it? Nope. It's not, man. It's Will Ferrell's out there. Anybody want to buy some silver? Maybe not. Maybe not, man. We can look at some more of these cryptos. Look at XRP. XRP, disgusting. Not getting any lower than it did yesterday. It was violent yesterday. Hit 150. Pretty psychological level. You lose 150. Bye-bye. 125 and lower. So just more selling. It's the, you know, yesterday was the lowest daily candle close since November 27th, since the election. And the lowest low of, you know, the end of all this chop and consolidation, the lowest low. And you're going for it again today. It's, I guess, this heart line of this beautiful downtrend, you know, they're testing that. Once you break it, you look at a 116. You hit one target of the trade setup, I believe. I think there's 4 targets of this short trade setup. Shorting right after that bearish back test, 190, 196. Yeah, way lower. Just, there's nothing here. Twig and thatch. Oh my God, chat. Silver down 8.73%. It's crashing. We have a crash on silver continuing. Lows of day, lows of new week. They gapped it down, and they chose more violence. And not much to do here but to look and listen. Wings redemption, excuse me. He solid advice. Look here, listen. We're looking, we're listening, man. It's gross. But you know, in the end, like even after today, I think silver is still the best performing asset year to date. Oh, we're gonna look at Solana, but you know, we're just kind of looking at these assets that are, you know, marking down, hitting their lows. So yeah, that one's gone now. Okay, cool. So the only alerts I'll get on this are when we're getting the fresh lows, which we're about to do. It's very bad. So gold is down at its lows. I'll have an alert here too. They better hold this heart line, man, or it's much further to fall. At least 45.50. You don't hold 45.50, 43.80. You don't have much going on up here, support resistance wise. It's pretty bad. Silver about to be down 10%. Disgusting, man. Bitcoin 76,200. Look above my head. You got the chart right there. I mean, they're looking for the lowest 4-hour candle close in a long time too. We have a, you know, people are fleeing to cash, right? They crashed the market, the metal market on Friday, and it spilled over into crypto, where people were like, oh my God, my metals crashed. I got to get rid of my silver. Or I'm sorry, I got to get rid of my my crypto, try to cover my margin maybe on the silver. And then now I gotta sell my crypto because I'm gonna need it on my equities. It's gonna, you know, it's, we kind of have a little bit of liquidity drawdown contagion from metals to crypto, now possibly equities. And you got the Nasdaq down 0.9%. So it doesn't look like it's gonna be a good open tomorrow. I mean, of course something could change, right? Things could get better. They could turn it around, which they could, man. Like, we've seen the crazy, look, you've seen something before. You have not ever seen it all. All right. So let's just be paying attention. But we do think, like, just look above my head, man. 71.7 to 74K. It's time to go home and test that liquidity zone. Like, there's just no reason not to. It's time, man. Forget it. All right. So yeah, you got a little bounce on silver, a little bounce. Like, dude, it is so volatile that you can't even tell. It's like, oh, it was down 10%. Now it's only down 7.5%. The swings, I can't even imagine. Like, if someone has leverage on this, the move in their account, like the P&L, oh my God, wild gambling. Okay, so we can look at Solana. Yeah, we didn't look at Solana just because the alerts on the metals were going off. Solana down 6.3%. It looks like the founder of Solana unfollowed Changpeng Zhao of Binance, unfollowed him, and magically, after the unfollowing, because CZ is rightfully getting flogged, tarred and feathered, virtually on the public square, which is warranted and needed since the founder of Solana unfollowed him. Solana's down 22%, still not as bad as Ethereum, but yeah, it all kind of made sense. So they just confirmed that there are far less than before. And the scary thing about this is the monthly now. The monthly, oh my God, man. Remember that level? It's over, dude. It's over. Lowest monthly candle close confirmed since January of 2024. So we 2-year lows, and just, yeah, you're just waiting. I mean, I think you wait on Solana on the monthly till nearly $60. You nonchalantly lose $100 at such a psychological level. There is really just no support resistance looking left. I mean, maybe you could say like 95 because the swing low from April 1st, I guess, some candle closes from 2022, but you're patiently waiting. What you want is a deep retrace. You want, where's value? Value's down at like $30 because we use Fibonacci to determine value on technicals, especially crypto, because there's no fundamentals at all. So the low to high, 886. Okay, 4260 is an 88% retrace on Solana. So that'd be $30 to $42 is your sale, your real fire sale on Solana using fibs. So best of luck to you. The new month out the gate already down 5.69%. That's not a good start, man.
Very bad, boys. Very bad.
Yeah, so we got China opening in about an hour and a half, hour and 37 minutes, and let's we're gonna have to see what happens there, because you know the kind of the underlying story of the weekend was, dude, my China and my India premiums are insane still. Like in China, you still have a 109 silver price, and some are like 138, 120 or whatever. It's like, nah, you just gotta wait and see, because those markets, though they're ahead of us, they also follow us too, if that makes sense. Like chronologically they open before us, but they follow the price action of the Western markets. Now that might be changing on the metals because they're becoming the real price of silver because of the physical market, and the US Western market's all paper. But I mean, like I'm saying, China's silver market had become the price mechanism for the real value of physical metals versus the Western being paper. And now, like, yeah, like right now, a spread with the markets closed, right? It's the largest spread in the history of the spread between West and East. And I can tell you real quick exactly what it is. right now, because market's closed, you have a 53.65% premium on the weekend. Unheard of. Like, that is, the markets are breaking. Now, I'm assuming, like, I could be completely wrong. I think, like, you're just going to see the China markets just gap down. Like, it's going to be a nasty day like you saw on Friday, but for China on a Monday. And that premium will probably close from 53.65%. But, you know, could be wrong. Like, you know, word on the ground is a lot of those places, you know, there's a bank run on like a gold bank. Like, people went to go get their gold out and they couldn't. And there were like riots and stuff. The police had to come in. It was wild. But word on the ground is like, there's still over there. You want to buy silver ounces. It's over $100. So maybe we are watching the complete and utter breakdown between West and East and the spread, the premium. So we'll see. We'll see, man. All right. So we got a little recovery. I mean, it's like crazy to think about. I mean, silver, what it just did. This is how volatile it is. Silver just swung 5% off the lows. 5%. And it could go up, fill the gap, $85. Probably a 15% rally off the new lows. Unreal craziness. Okay, so we looked at, you know, the metals, we looked at the cryptos, we've looked at the US futures. I hope you're having a wonderful, you know, weekend. It's a frigid, ridiculous. It's the coldest day in Miami since the year 2010. So we're talking 16-year lows on temperature here. So it is the first of the month. So I just want to say, like, first of the month, first best day to join the Patreon, patreon.com/MitchRayTA. Get access to the trade setups, the education, access to my daily chart updates, premium Discord chat. But above all the value you actually get in the Patreon, you are supporting a 100% crowdsourced streamer. Okay. Like, I think we are 9 days away from my 8th year anniversary of content creation. And in that 8 years of content creation, I have never had a formal sponsor voluntarily. I've never monetized my live streams voluntarily. I've never pushed affiliate marketing links of exchanges, whatever, voluntarily, to prove and ensure that you know where my integrity is, who are my sponsors. Literally all of you watching this stream, hitting the like button, being a sub, being a patron, tipping on stream. That is the only way I'm monetizing my stream. So if it's y'all decide, hey, no more, not supporting you anymore, well, then the stream dies, because there's no like backup, there's no sponsorships, right? There's none of that. So just remember, when you join the Patreon, that's the main reason why you do it, even though there is value that is worth it. And many people could attest for the value that are already in the Patreon, that have been longstanding members for many years. So I just got to say that, man, because it's like, it's the beginning of the month, right? Like, you got to empathize. I'm not trying to push anything, man. I'm just telling you that's the single best way to support what I do. Okay. Yeah, I'm a global warming, dude. I'm a global warming. See y'all say anything? Anything cool? Yeah, people are getting scammed, not getting their golds that they paid for. No refunds either. Yep. That's right, dude. Thanks for the 800. How many people? 862 people tuned in. Really appreciate that. You know, that's higher than normal for our average these days. It used to not be. It used to be pretty normal. But yeah, since we have an elevated number of viewers, let's see how many likes we can get. You know, just hit the like button. Everyone in here watching, just that's all you gotta do, man. But yeah, like we're looking at Bitcoin. I don't know how you could be surprised at all, and it's crazy. It's almost to the T. A little bit worse actually, because they extended this and the fractal from 2022. They extended this bear flag much longer. We only had about 50-60 days of bearish consolidation in this year on this bear flag, but we had 101 days of consolidation in the one in 2022. So actually, I guess that would be weakness. That means there's less market participants willing to stay within the asset before it marks down. Sorry. So we are literally right here in the fractal. So you might, so this would be like 28 to 31K is probably like, 71 to 74K. So just look out, we're going to go test that next support. And if the fractal continues as is, we might get at 60 or at 71 to 74,000. We might have an entire month of bearish consolidation there before we mark down further into the 58s. Again, that's if this fractal that has been playing out brilliantly, if it continues to, that's what we could be looking at. And then we might get a selling climax, on our initial test to freak people out on high volume. So, just be ready for anything, man. But you can't say like there was ever like a good argument to own this stuff. The trend had reversed. You confirm distribution, bearish back test of key levels as resistance, lower highs, lower lows consecutively, breaking supports. All of this was anemic, ideolated price action that was almost identical to 2022. And now it's just, I love how they broke the bear flag and then they confirmed it as resistance. And then that amazing, falling three methods bearish continuation pattern presented itself, and we got a flush off of that. So very nice to see. And I say it's only very nice to see because it's like, hey man, if we're not going to go up in price, we might as well have a framework that helps us understand like things are bearish, things are not good looking. We've already exceeded the 88% retrace. So the 886 was literally that initial reaction from November 20th or 21st or whatever, the low to the high up there. Just like in 2022, they crashed it, 886, it rallied 100 days, and then it began to mark down again. So it is just identical with a little bit of weakness. Ethereum's off its lows just a little bit, but today, in the past 30 minutes, we have seen an intraday lowest price since, 7-month lows. Disgusting. And that 2400 level, hot knife through butter. It's really gross, dude. Look at this. I mean, that 2900 was so important, and then that weakness, that bearish engulfing candle last month was really bad. And then look where they just confirmed the validity of the inflection zone that was broken as resistance before the markdown. You're losing the 200-week simple moving average.
$5. ADM weekly reminds me of ASML weekly before it doubled. Appreciated, Captain.
What's up, Dead? Check. Thanks for 25, dude. I don't know. We can look at ADM. Sure thing, man. Absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting, man. For Ethereum, you thought like anyone that was attempting to manage the risk got stopped out last week at around 2,900. They didn't want anything to do with it. And this is the reason why. When you break key levels, there's a reason to not own it anymore. Your argument becomes to not own it. And then because look what happens. It just, history repeats itself. They just take it down to the same level they had been at, I mean, it's on the way. It's still not there yet. So we're still waiting on 2160, like the swing low from 2022, swing high from 2023, swing low from 2024, swing low from August 2024. Look, spring back test of spring before it ran to all-time highs. So that level is so important. We are approaching an extremely key level with so much history behind it on the top end and the bottom end. You are going for the lowest weekly candle close since June 16th. And again, Tom Lee, Bitminer is down over $6 billion. That might be one of the worst losses in the history of finance, maybe. I don't know, kind of became an Ethereum treasury company. He bought his first Ethereum, I believe by the ledger, 2600. This is when, right here, one of these weeks, whether it's June or July, that's when Tom Lee began to purchase Ethereum on the way up and just kept buying over and over, millions and millions, some billions of dollars all the way up and the way down. And now you are currently trading by, let's see, 2660 or something. So even his first purchase of Ethereum down 14%, but he averaged up. So I don't even know the cost basis. It's got to be 3889 or 3900. So it's cost basis because of buying, averaging up is way higher. So he would need to see, I think, Ethereum at like nearly $4,000 just to break even now. So that means Ethereum needs to almost double. It needs to go up like 95% in value to be like, oh, thank God, 0% P&L. Oh, sounds insurmountable right now, right? And momentum is so heavily in the hands of the sellers. You just better pray that, you know, one of these supports holds. It's very bad. I'll tell you, man. Yeah, and he did say like that Ethereum was going to go to $12,000 soon. Yeah, and none of that ever panned out. It was like, man, there's just too. If you remember, like up here, there were just too many people like him, like CNBC. Too many people were like saying it was certain. Like they were legit like, oh, it's definitely happening. Please understand, you need to sell your house and buy as much Ethereum as you can. You need to do that now. They were saying stuff like that. And that's what makes it so tough to be like, oh God, there's no way it's going higher if it's like people like are saying stuff like that. Like, you just have to remember, the next time we have a big run and we start seeing that, we got to be like, that this is the top right now. Forget all the momentum and euphoria. Too much, man. Oh, we got the Bitcoin conference. We got Michael Saylor in there. I was in there, and there all the big Bitcoin treasury companies in there. I'm like, dude, this is it. This is like the Big Short, man. We're in Vegas. It's the real estate subprime mortgage convention. Everyone's in here. Everyone's happy. Oh, look, there's a crypto bro who just went on stage, and because he started Metaplanet, Dylan LeClaire, like he's up on stage talking about, look, man, I'm a crypto bro, but we're just buying Bitcoin now. That was the top, dude. It was literally the effing top. It's definitely going higher. Everything's definitely going higher. And then it wasn't. Okay, this is why, like, you know, if you abide by like the principles taught here, and it's not my teachings, it's the teachings I've learned from other people that are way smarter than me, right? I'm just a conduit from them to you. Like, if you look at it here, you understand technical analysis in no way is a fortune telling mechanism. All it is a risk management tool, right? There is only one way to really utilize technical analysis. In forecasting, I think that's like kind of tenuous. I don't think like forecasting's really, I don't think it's meant for that. Like, I think it's literally solely meant for identifying structures. Those structures are near their conclusion of their development, and that's all happening with positive price action correlation to a historical inflection point. And then you throw in some variables like some divergence and volume signatures and all that. And then you give yourself like a very marginal edge. Instead of a coin flip, we now have like a 65% chance, 60% chance that it's going to reverse concertedly to the upside. And then that's it. And then there's profit taking levels in case it does play out. But then we also know that's exactly the optimum area to enter and set up a strategic stop loss. And that's actually literally all TA is here. But on crypto Twitter, it is this crazy thing, man. We're going to 250K by the end of January. What day? Why that day? Why end of January? Just because. I'm Tom Lee. I'm from Harvard, bro. I wrote a book, okay? Notice how they're saying no forecasting here because of that. Okay, but bro, come on, man. Bitcoin's weekly, very aggressive. I don't think we even looked at the weekly. That bearish golden candle, look at that nasty follow through. I mean, think about it. On the week, man, down 11%. Going for the lowest weekly candle close on Bitcoin since October 28th, 2024. You're going to take out the March 31st tariff lows on the weekly candle close. You're about to take that out in 20 minutes unless a miracle happens. So they happen. Still won't matter. It's still awful. Even if they do recapture 78.5 in the next 20 minutes, it doesn't matter. It's awful. So you're just like, what we thought we were waiting on back then. It's like, dang, dude, are they going to take it to the actual support zone? And they like didn't by like a few dollars because Trump tweeted a bullish and golden candle and it ran. Now it's like, if you go with 2022, they would do this and then this. Yeah, like that's exactly what happened in 2022. So if history repeated itself, that's what we're going to get. So I'm not sure. Of course, I don't act like I know. All right, we're in impulse mode. There was an edge. There was an implied outcome that was probable. And it was, trend is bearish. Okay, so we've identified a very well constructed bear flag. It's a bearish pattern and a bearish trend. Therefore, you're going to have pretty good reliability. And if it is reliable, it will tend to have good performance. It's performing wonderfully, this bear flag. Wonderful performance. You want to go with some sort of bear pole, bear flag measure move? You can do that too. I don't really care. At this point, I don't really care. I'm just like one support resistance zone, in a like, okay, first target, if we're going to mark down below 91.2 is going to be like this zone, 71 to 74. If you lose that, it's 63 to 64. If you lose that, it's 58. You lose that, it's 53. There's just support resistance, okay? You have to buy by each one. You go back, they're all real. There's all candidate areas where there could be liquidity, meaning there could be some limit buy orders which could stall the price, prevent, stop the selling, at least temporarily, until they absorb the remaining demand that exists at those levels and then mark it down further. So we're just waiting on the next support. If you wanted a bear pole, bear flag, it's like, where would you start it? I think like conservatively, maybe here, October 27th, to the candle close. Let's be nice here. And then from the top of the price action and the flag, and then you're looking for 100% measure move, maybe around 66,000. Sorry about that, man. I don't know. I think my phone has this open. Let me, I don't know if this will work. Just bear with me when that thing happens. I'm not getting hacked, bro. We're going to be all right. Shiba holding like a king? Yeah, dude. King of what, dude? Bottom of my garbage can? Yeah, dude. Okay. Yeah, so we could look at some of these cryptos. I know we had a couple requests and all that, but we are running out the clock. We got 17 minutes of the daily, weekly close. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button, the bell, the sub. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just here to cover this carnage. I'm not here to like revel in it. Thanks for the 935 here. Let's get a multi-month high on likes on the stream. Let's freaking do that, man. Ethereum here. We can look at, again, the other ones. We can look at Dogecoin, man. My Dogecoin. Or, my Doge. No, let's do Cardano, man. It's only down 1.3%. Dude, is that a bull market? No, it's literally TA respect. Oh, my God. Yep, there's the arrow. Yep, waiting for 24 cents. This was the easiest. Oh, my God. It was so easy to like, bear trend. Here's a high. Here's a slightly lower high locally. Confirmation back below 41.3 cents, 37 cents. Bearish back test. Oh, my God. It was so simple. Like, they really do a good job in bear markets. Like, a lot of these coins respect the bearish price action very well. So, yeah, someone could have definitely strategically shorted this one, and they could have done it from 64 cents up here. It was beautiful bearish back tests. So, okay, wrecked. Remember Hoskins and Son? I mean, if they lose 24 cents, man, dude, if they lose this level from 2022, it is time to die. It's time to go to lose half your value again, 12 cents. Like, in what world would, like, if Cardano's suddenly like trading at 12 cents, how affected are you or any other person on planet Earth besides Hoskins and Son? Like, really? Like, that's how that's the mentality you have to have in these bear markets and crypto, is like, how will the world look tomorrow if Atom Cosmos loses this 184 support? What happens? And it winds up at $1.07 again. Like, what happens to the world? Oh, nothing. Like, nothing would matter. No one would even know Atom's at $1 instead of $1.92. It loses half its value in like minutes. Okay, yeah. Doesn't matter. So that's why you just have to look at crypto. There's no mathematical way to value these coins. They are all speculative. They're all beanie babies. They're all driven by momentum. And if momentum is bearish, negative, then they will tend to do the other side, like the thing that, wow, why did people participate in crypto to begin with? Because the type of gains you could have during those uptrends when the momentum was bullish. And it is the equal and opposite when momentum is bearish. So you just have to look out for those short squeezes by CZ, right? They see you on the order book because all these scams are so illiquid that you trying to show up with leverage, they see it, their algos, their bots would actually try to snipe you and take out your position before going lower. That's the problem with this market, how garbage it is. So illiquid, so fraudulent. It's global, it's unregulated. In fact, it's like virtually regulated in the worst way. You have like Trump pardoning CZ, and then what, I think like a day or two later 1010 happened. Trump Melania coin. It's bad, man. Like this, I will tell you this, the crypto bros I know from 2017, those bro, they were all sold down the river. 150% sold down the river. We can look at Dogecoin. What's up, dude? What? It's up 0.5%. Okay, so bear trend continues on this one. Yesterday was the lowest daily candle close since I guess October 2nd, maybe September 16th of 2024. But you gotta understand what's happened. That they lost that level. You can see, right? Swing lows for 2022, swing highs, reversal, resistance, reversal. They back tested the spring here before a huge markup, right? You have to know how important this 10-cent level is, 10.6 to 11-cent level, and they lost it.
Hey Mitch, could you take a look at ORCL?
It's Nick S. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll look at that. Thank you so much, dude. Sorry, man. I'm trying not to freeze here. Like the metal of this mic stand is like Mr. Freeze. So yeah, with Dogecoin, man. Oh man, we did it. Thanks for the 1,000 people tuned in, chat. If you're just tuning in, we've been covering for the past 40 minutes the carnage in crypto, but also the meltdown in metals, which it's bad. It's not as bad. It's still terrible, dude. Okay, you can't even sugarcoat it. Silver was down about 10% at the lows. It's still down about 7% right now. It's under $80. They gapped it down. They gapped gold down. They gapped all the metals down, and they've been kind of smelting down. It's been pretty brutal. We got China opening in an hour and 12 minutes or so. So again, there's a 53+% premium on the price of silver between China and the West. But I think we're going to see a massive gap down on the China metals, but I could be very wrong. If I am wrong, something biblical has happened, and no one's ever seen it before. If you stay at a 53% premium, I think it's just because, again, though China was closed, their markets were closed when the massive crashes happened. Okay, they were closed on the weekend, so they'll follow the West, I think. So anyway, Dogecoin, this nasty downtrend here. They broke it out, but then they put in lower highs, the lowest highs, and they rolled over. Now we're at lower lows, so the downtrend continues like it's nothing, like you don't even need the channel anymore. So, but they're bearishly back testing this inflection zone as resistance, and if it's real, okay, if it's actually real, you're probably targeting for like 8.7 cents to be nice. Just a swing high made from 2022, swing low from August 2024. 8.3 to 8.7 cents. They lose that, then it's bye-bye. I'll see you at 5.6 cents. I mean, you're losing one of the most significant levels that exist on the Doge chart right now. Like, you lost it yesterday, and there's not positive correlation. There's negative correlation going on as of today. Even though it's up 0.25%, that's pretty good compared to Ethereum being down 7%, Solana being down 4.4%. They're off their lows, okay? But they were hitting their lows when this stream started. One thing we haven't looked at in a while is Binance coin. I haven't been looking at it because I think CZ is a terrible sociopath, and it's like, but look, let me extend this out. The bear pole bear flag is playing out beautifully, right? Even on this one, bear pole bear flag, you're waiting on 691. You're probably waiting in the 600s, low 600s. Y'all didn't know about what happened with Tron. Justin Sun, the creator of Tron, his girlfriend came out this weekend and is blowing the whistle on all the fraud, that the systems of fraud that Justin Sun has committed over the past 8+ year period. Tron was created back during the ICO boom of 2017, 18. So that's coming to light. I'm surprised. Tron typically always does okay. It's still doing okay. It's not even down. It's only not even down 1% right now. Unreal. But that's coming to light. You never know, like, and then like his ex-girlfriend said, like, there is so much more evidence she has not presented yet. Even though she was just like ratting on him big time. And it was like, while she was talking about that, she implicated Binance. So Justin Sun was like using fake Binance accounts in the thousands to spoof orders, to buy and sell cryptos, do all kinds of weird things with Tron. Yeah, so good to see back, you know, below the 200-day moving average, breaking down here. You got probably way lower, I would think. Like you're waiting on 620 minimum. Send all this garbage lower, man. Good God, it's disgusting, man. Ethereum Classic, if you don't know anything about Ethereum Classic, it's like, wow, man, remember these old coins? Remember when they used to make a market on these coins? Remember when it chopped from June 2022 all the way to November 2025? Remember the chop, how long? It chopped 1,262 days at this key support, $13. It was support going all the way back to 2017 and 18, resistance 19, 20 resistance. They broke it. It was a huge markup, support. So all that, and they took it out. And now you're losing the bottom of the zone, like this low from October 2017. And there's really nothing here. Like, I mean, you could try to argue that maybe 740, but dude, you're looking at maybe possibly $3.66 to $4, maybe $5 on Ethereum Classic below this inflection zone. It's just good to like recap. We haven't been on this one in so long because it's dead. Probably got a really nice channel here. I'm not sure how you would plot it. Be on the bottom side. I'm not sure. It's disgusting though, dude.
At Wits97 super chatted
It's a woodsman.
$49.99. Learned a lot from you this year. Excited for the future. Corrections and pullbacks will be a blessing for me long term since I've only got one foot in the market.
It's good, man. It's good. Wits, thanks so much for the $50 super chat warranting the Leroy Jenkins. Yeah, I mean, if you were looking at the Thursday stream, it was like, oh my God, maybe it's time to like try to preserve our capital. You know, let's try not to like lose everything. And then, my God, Friday was, you don't preserve. If you hold, you've not preserved anything. Like, depending on where you bought though. Yeah, silver, okay, coming back, man, only down 4.3%. Gold only down 2.9%. Not a big deal. NASDAQ recovering, S&P recovering. Okay, NASDAQ only down 0.36%. Remember, they are never going to let this boomer market really go places lower. So, but yeah, I mean, just look at Ethereum Classic. It is very, you know, it's very similar to, it's like a XRP. So any rally they give you would be an opportunity to short it more. I mean, this thing looks like way lower, way lower in time. But don't you wish the market was like that? Could you imagine if Ethereum Classic was trading like this? Wow, what a trend, man. And they got a bullish breakout. It's crazy, dude. All right, 77.1. Wow, look at that, dude. Flip the chart over. You wish. You freaking wish it looked like that. What a trend, man. CZ straight up killed this market. What's up, Baltimore? Yeah, I wonder what the Coinbase is going to open at tomorrow. Probably bad. Palantir, Liberty, dude, that chart looks gnarly. Like, holy crap. I mean, it looks too perfect, you know? Too perfect of head and shoulders. Yeah, thanks for the, again, nearly 1,000 people here. I know y'all are all worried about the crypto market. Well, we're just continuously monitoring it. All right. Monitor. We have 5 minutes till the daily weekly close. That's why you're here, to witness the close on these. We're about to get it. Okay. Okay, let's see here. My God, Chainlink. Look what they did to this one. They've killed it. They've destroyed it. A beautiful channel though. Look how beautiful this channel is. So your target on Chainlink's like 720, 750. They lose that, then it's an easy $5 Chainlink. Man, how they perfectly respected that supply line. Like that is, you can't even make up how well this is going. Like no like up thrusts and failures and all that. Nah, absolutely perfect. So there, it does to me seem like there's a lot more downside in time. Even if they rallied it, they could take it back to 1120, sure, lower high, and then it goes lower later. That's kind of all you got on crypto, man. You got liquidated at Solana today? What do you mean? Dude, if you're like, I still don't understand. You're like not a stream watcher if you're like a leveraged long trader in crypto. Like it doesn't make sense. Like a trader wouldn't be longing on leverage, an asset class that is in such a well-established bear trend. Like it doesn't make sense. You're not abiding by any rules. Like you're just kind of, oh, I think I'm gonna do it this time. Like what, didn't that happen this weekend? Some clown who like made hundreds of millions of dollars randomly shorting the October 10th crash, he got fully liquidated. He lost over like $250 million in his account, and it again liquidated. Its account has $53 left. I mean, what are you doing? Like you're long levered, you're all in, degenerately levered up on Ethereum on a Saturday after metals crash. What kind of, like, I don't understand. It's not trading. That's crazy. But it might be the bottom this time. Yeah, dude, like the thing is, you don't have to worry about the bottom. We're not looking for the bottom. We're looking for like the second or third bottom. When market conditions have improved, you can actually say definitively, hey, a key level was re-regarded as support. But then you got to deal with a lot of chop. Stop losses. I mean, again, I don't even know like how you can trust the crypto market, because October 10th, many, like, I'm sure hundreds of thousands of people on their accounts had stop losses set up, and those stop losses were not triggered. So it's like you're participating in that market still. Nothing changed at all. No one's been arrested. There's been no justice. So why would the bad actors at these exchanges change anything? They wouldn't. So it's like, okay, there's a good chance, like if we have a liquidation event, you're not even going to be able to do anything. The exchanges are going to seize up, and you're not even going to get, no one will be there to buy your stop loss when it triggers. No one. No, pretty much like the double bottoms and then a rally and then a higher low, a slightly higher low for like a triple bottom or something like that. Anything, you know. What's up? I don't even know how you say your name. Alonzo. Cooking it. Yeah, dude. Great year for accumulating. Well, there's no accumulation signatures anywhere in crypto, so we don't even know. We don't know yet. We have no idea, like, how far this could fall. No clue, dude. I mean, so far, there's just nothing to do. Like, participating in this market's kind of stupid. The only thing you could have done is be short on XRP around 190, 194. That was it. And now you're just waiting for probably 82 cents to $1. Yeah, we got less than a minute, chat. Less than 1 minute till the weekly candle close across the entire crypto space. So let's go to the weekly time scale. We got 10 seconds. 10 seconds, chat. Until the lowest. We'll just say it when it happens, okay? 3 seconds. 2, 1. Jesus chimes. The lowest weekly candle close confirmed since October 28th, 2024. So the lowest weekly candle close in 455 days. Traders never settled up this low at the peak of fear of the tariff crashes in late March, early April. It never settled up this low. Disgusting 11.17% lost last week. The week before, a 7.55% loss. So we're talking from the open 2 weeks to the close, 18% loss in Bitcoin in 2 weeks. Ethereum's weekly close, it was the lowest weekly candle close since June 16th. A little lower to go to hit a key support at 2160 on the weekly. And terrible, just absolutely disgusting. What a bearish back test. Okay, XRP. Lowest weekly candle close confirmed since November 18th, 2024. And look what they've done. I mean, like, maybe they recover here, but like, this is the first time that this one last scam wick low from April 7th, you're seeing traders settle up below it. Like, you had a few of them, you know, I just have them marked here, and it's like that one was broken. So they might go back test 161. And if they regard it as resistance, look out below, man. Like, there's just nothing here. And that's why, like, yeah, you think there's a lot of downside potential on XRP. My God, man. And the problem was so bad. Like, you're in such bad shape on something like XRP because they could go to 161, back test the resistance and immediately mark down, or they could take it to 173 and then it's over, or they could take it to 191 and then it's over. Like, there's just, no matter what they do next, it's still gonna be bearish and bad. So I just, ugh, kill me, man. No, silver's only down 4%, and silver is the best performing asset year to date. If you didn't know that, still crazy enough. So XRP, Solana weekly candle closed. It was gross, man. Remember look at that shooting star on the weekly? That was so beautiful. So after the shooting star, Solana in 2 weeks has lost 27% of its value. Lost the 200-week simple moving average with the candle close. Wow, for the first time,
I bought PLG
literally
the
ever.
next day the metals markets implode, LOL.
Thanks, AA Ron. Really appreciate it, dude. Yeah, well, hey, man, I'm down on that too. Like, what do you want? Like, no one could have seen, like, okay, got out of silver, levered the night before. Very lucky, but didn't sell PLG, you know? But then it's down double-digit percentage points, like almost 20% in a day. And it's like, yeah, well, that's an overall, what in metals isn't, you know, for the most part. It sucks. But position sizing is important. So, but chat, something magical has just happened. I can't even believe it. Breaking news. The first weekly candle close below the 200-week simple moving average in human history on Solana. It's never happened, ever. And now it has. So what say you? You lose 95 bucks, dude. I mean, maybe 80, 78 bucks swing left from 2022. Yeah, let's say 79 bucks on deck. They lose that 58 bucks. For the monthly, we're looking at, like, was it 30? It's like 58. 58, 42, then 20. God dang, man. It's ugly. Yeah. Okay, so very bad, boys. Very bad. What's up, Lance, dude? Thanks for the 99-cent super chat, dude. Music stop, I think. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, man. Trying to keep my bearings straight here. Look to the big ones. We could look at BNB's weekly. It's pretty gross, man. Lowest weekly close since July. Back in this channel, nearing I guess a demand line. Yeah, 691 target. Yeah. The old resistance all-time high from 2021. They're gonna go test that, see if they could hold it. But yeah, brutal day even for the big scammers, dude. Scam exchange. Doge weekly close, the lowest weekly candle close on Doge since September 2024. It's ugly, man. Very, very ugly. Cardano lowest weekly candle close. Oh God, since October 2023. It's over, dude. Straight cooked. All right, silver recovering, only down 2.43% now. Do you see? Like, the volatility here is so insane. They're gonna go fill the gap. 85.20. You could go on a huge short squeeze today. That is how insane this market is. Or we could wind up at $75. Get your, you want a casino? This is the casino of all casinos right now.
Nonsense rejected. Deal respected.
What's up, Webdo Nova, man? Thanks for the 10, dude. Thank you, man. Tom Lee is hairless. No, man, he said 2,400 was now the bottom, right? Is that what he said? Okay, so we've been live now over an hour. If you're enjoying the coverage of this carnage, hit that like button, the bell, so thanks for being here. The 1,045 people here. If you're out there, we got over 1,000. Tell me where you're at. Are you all in the US? Is every single person here American, or are we all around the world? Like, we haven't done that in a while. So let's, like, wherever you're at, whatever you're comfortable with. Don't tell me your GPS coordinates or something, but yeah, let's see where our community is. Okay, right now. Yeah, gold only 2.3% down after that crazy candle. You just never know, man. What if they just pump this thing? We're waiting on Asia to wake up. That's very important. We have less than an hour till Asia, till their markets open, and like, you think they're just going to gap down. The premium will close a lot, but yeah, maybe not. Maybe we really are in some historical thing that we've never seen before. Where we at, man? Where we at, chat? Austria, Switzerland, Germany, UK, Australia, like literally everywhere. Ireland, Lithuania, Portugal. Are you kidding me? Indonesia, Bulgaria, Canada, Alabaster. What's up, dude? Roll Tide, Shelby County. Holy crap. Texas, Boston, Belgium. Like literally, there's Thailand, Arizona. There's literally someone from every single Western country watching right now. Pretty cool. I mean, like, you gotta think how awesome that is. Tampa Bay, NYC, more UK, a lot of UK. UK is the second largest demographic that watches. So it's US, then UK, then I believe Canada. That's right, Bob. South Africa, Idaho, Ontario, UAE, of course. Chattanooga, New Zealand. See, it's every single Western country, dude. Yeah. Bolivia, Slovenia. That's so wild, man. Hype in the chat for a global audience, man. Thank you all for being here. If you are new here, like, this is what we do. Like, every day I'm in here and we're covering the markets. I think we have a full moon tonight. I'm looking at it. It looks crazy. If you're not in the Discord, it's free to join the Discord. It's very active. Okay. Extremely active and family friendly Discord. So you want to be in there. You get notified when I go live. There's just people in there that are helpful, and there's educational resources. So if you're trying to get your toes wet in technical analysis, this vast language, there's resources there for you that are free, and it's the source material. There's no catch, dude. What's up, Jarzagar, man? How you DCA into 50% falling asset? Well, you don't have an edge, man. You can throw in whatever you want whenever you want, but you are catching a falling knife until a structure develops, even on silver, right? Like, this looks like, oh, what did they just take it back to 120 because there's actually a real supply deficit and all that. I mean, hopefully you have a lower average, right? You could average up, anytime, man, but you just know very well you do not have an edge. As long as you have that mentality, like, I have no idea, I'll just put 1,000 of that 10,000 in now. Okay. And it continues to dump, and it's at 70. Okay. Continue to add 500, and then a lower 67. Okay. 500 again. And you just keep with that idea, because there's no real, like, what's the retrace? There was a 61.8% retrace. So you knew, like, a reaction could be coming from a low to high here. Let me show you. See, they hit a low to high 618.
Thanks.
Golden retrace. Yeah, golden retraces are decent levels to, I mean, that's where reactions occur a lot on pullbacks. So, all right, we're gonna do it, dude. Silver about to go positive on the day. Only down 0.61%. Gold's only down 1.5% now. We're looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up 0.62% on the new day after a horrible week. Very bad, man. So let's pray we get some moonage. But yeah, the main thing about it, Jarzagar, is physical. Like, forget paper. Physical, man. Like, you cannot go wrong with physical. Buying, oh, if it drop 50%, fine. Go buy some physical, man. But guess what? If it's at $84, good luck finding some rounds under $100 by more than a few dollars, right? I mean, maybe you get like $98 silver or something, but like, dude, that's what's crazy. Premiums are still extreme. And a lot of metal shops have just stopped buying and selling because they have no idea what to do. The pricing mechanism is so effed up right now. Shops are like there's pictures on these doors of these metal shops. They're like, we're no longer buying or selling right now. Too volatile. Don't know what's real. Don't know if it's actually worth 70 soon or if it's back to 120. We don't know. Oh, we got Chicago in here. More Germany's. Fiji. Oh my God, dude. What's up, Joshua? Coca-Cola. Mark G. Mark G is a new subscriber. Great content. Thank you, dude. Thank you for the kind words, dude. If you're in here and you're new, hitting that like button, that bell, that sub would be that's the best way to support this channel, dude. All right, so yeah, gold holding in there, man. Like after that crazy candle, you just can't believe it, right? They will fill the gap on these. You got to believe the gap's going to fill. They'll go fill it and then reverse the downside, but that's coming, man. Like it's like happening right now. Like you're 0.23% away from a gap fill on silver. Here it comes. Here it comes, but only after a 10% loss in value. This is how you know, like the market is completely effed up. An 11% rally off the lows of the day, the new week, and you've had that. Trading's been active for an hour and 12 minutes. 11% swing. Get wrecked. Oh my God. And you see they fill the gap and like that's the first time you've even seen a little pullback since then. Wow. But yeah, there's just no telling. You were at the casino, man. Yeah, I think like if anything, I think no matter what, you'll probably see 100. Even if you dead cat bounce and it was all over, you'll see 100. And then they do this and then it's like done. But yeah, you're gonna get a reflexive rally at some point. Like it always happens, man. Like you don't just, it's done. They got to make sure it's over. Like market participants love forms of confirmation, dead cat bounces, bearish back tests. That's what they want. They did that on Bitcoin on the bear flag, right? They did it on the weekly horizontal line support resistance on Ethereum, right? Like the bear flag, they had to, when they broke it, they had to keep making sure it was actually really from a demand line, it flipped to supply line before they marked down. So like that's what you get all the time. So on silver, yeah, a dead cat bounce, definitely a possibility. Vander's in Edinburgh. Oh, dude, you're living in Harry Potter world, huh? Okay, so again, this is why I'm here. I was here for the weekly close. We got it. I think we had a couple requests. Dead Check wanted something. We'll see real quick. We have he said ADM. Just looking at a couple of these. Well, Midland, Archer Daniels, Midland Company. I mean, you got a nice trend going on for sure. Good recovery, but you're up against big resistance. So you can't say like we got any sort of actionable setup here. Reminds you of ASML before it doubled. Okay, well, that's cool and all. It can do that, but like resistance from May of 2021 and supports from 2022, 23, like you're up against that. So it's like you just don't, until you break that, you might have zero upside potential, right? And you're coming off of a really nice impulse from the summer, right? You had a 22% rally in, oh, I'm sorry, from December, my bad. Yeah, like the time to always take action on an asset is as close to an inflection zone where positive price action and reversals have occurred in the past. You want to be as close to that as possible to set up a trade here. So like the time to maybe take action was at the beginning of the year, around here, because that's just like, okay, I can set my stop losses up strategically below that zone. I know my entry. I know what happens historically. If they break that level, it's straight up and down and up and down and up and down. It's very a liquid zone. So, you know, like if you were trading around 60 bucks, 58.60, you knew your target area would probably be like where the price of the asset has run to. So now it's like people might be taking profit. There is a supply here that clearly needs to be absorbed. But yes, if they break 70 easy to target for 77 and then 83, 87, deep retrace. Yeah, like they could take this all the way, you know. Of course, they broke a supply line. See, a big supply line there. Yeah, there's a lot of upside above 70, but they haven't broken 70, and they could pull it back further. Like if they come back, test 63.90, that would make sense. But yeah, that's your ADM. Okay, thank you, dude. So we got Bitcoin 77.6, up about 1%. You got silver flipping positive, chat. Here we go. Up 1.38% like nothing, up 12.7% off the lows of day. And you just don't know how far this will climb. $100 maybe, $90, 95, anything's possible, man. They could, all right, maybe we're just trying to look here. 93.29, 93.30 would be a good candidate area, because you have, like, you see this kind of like a resistance a little bit. Maybe 93.70 to 95. Yeah, 93.95 would be your next little zone, I guess, on it. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Nick wants he wants Oracle, man. He wants Oracle. Look at Oracle, dude. Which has been in trouble, man. It's been in bad trouble. I think even more bad news came out this weekend or something on this one. It's ugly. Look at this, dude. Like, you're just waiting on 137 to 145 now. Like, there's nothing else to do. You want a deep retrace? That's where you want to go anyway. And 886 is going to be there. Low to high. 886, 144. There you go. You're just waiting for it to lose another. Where it is right now. You want it to lose another 12 to 15, 16%. Nothing to do. No action to take. Just wait for a 15% loss in value. So an inflection zone can be tested again for a deep low to high 886, a value perceived area to be achieved. That's it, man. That's all you're doing is waiting. It's been downtrending, lower highs, lower lows. So you just let the trend continue and you wait for value, and that's lower. So sorry about your Oracle. Yeah, it's bad, dude. Nick, not good. Okay, Anon wants AT&T. Wow, why do you want AT&T, bro? Oh yeah, we can do AT&T. He wants it real quick. My God, they took that thing, didn't they? They pumping it. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've been on this one, but geez. Yeah, they took it down. I mean, I think the whole overall trend is reversed, right? I mean, like the old key levels from, it goes all the way back, man. It's a huge, like going back to 1995. Yeah, it's a 1995 swing high, a 2003 swing high, 2008 swing high, 2015 swing low, right? You get it. They flipped it now to a support. And yeah, it looks like there was kind of a bullish dragon, you know. There's probably bullish divergence. You know, look at it in hindsight. You're requesting it now. Like, so yeah, they took it down to support. I mean, they took it to the absolute bottom. Look at that red candle on the 27th. Unreal. And there was yeah, divergence, man. Like from the low to the slightly lower lows. Both these lows were higher than this low. Yeah, the divergence continued, and finally, and it's like three white soldiers out the yin yang. I mean, that's three Navy SEALs right there, dude. That was the highest daily close since looks like maybe October. So yeah, I mean, the violent 3 days. Good God, it's up in 3 days, 14%. But yeah, you don't know. I mean, like what you would want is always something like that, and then it comes back down, and then you get something like this, and then you're talking about okay, a confirmation low and then accumulation locally. Easy to set up an entry, a stop loss, and you know your upside's really good. So it's just a short squeeze. It's just max bidding off of support, but you know, you always want more than before locally, and I don't think you have that. So the reaction, it will probably subside, and hopefully you get an opportunity back at the 23 level for risk management and upside potential. So okay, silver up 2.5%. Let's freaking go, chat. Let's go. They're pumping it. Kind of. I mean, it doesn't look like a pump, right? The carnage was so bad. 117 open. 85 close. Yeah. So it will take a lot to make it look good. More than 2% for sure. Holy crap, man. Dude, that leg day killed me. I've been sore. I could barely walk all weekend. I still can barely walk. It's like I feel like I was in a car wreck. Holy crap. Okay. Evan, what's up, dude? Yeah, I mean, like, I know, man. It sucks. It's like, yeah, just disgusting. I mean, at this point, they could take it to $2 from here, and it's still going to be fine. Like, it actually would be. Like, it'd be a higher low than the previous low. Now, it would be really nasty if, you know, they take it below 2. So, stop loss, really tough, man. I mean, you could try to cut it below 227, but they can take it back down to the 200-day simple moving average. But it's in an uptrend, man. It just had the highest high of the uptrend, and it's retracing. And yeah, what are you going to do? Like silver, like the market collapsed. So anything like that is in that market is going to do it too. And PLG was just a victim of that. So the trend is still intact, right? Until you break like 182, you're still in an uptrend, man. Yeah, Rivian just nothing but selling since the year began, dude. It's awful. It's awful, dude. Yeah, they lost 1567. You're at the 200. They could take it down to 1276. Yeah, it sucks, man. Making the deepest retraces for sure. They're doing kind of what Baba did. If you remember Baba at the genesis of after the M shape, the whole structure. Remember here, like they did the same thing. They took it to its highest high. Look at that pullback.
CHCT.
Look what they did, and then the rally, and then a deep retrace. You know, so they took it to the 200 and slightly below the 200 simple moving average. Okay. They did that on Baba, and you look at Rivian and it's like, oh, okay, so they're going to test the 200 and chop for a while and probably lose it for a little bit. And it's same thing. Okay, you're at the 200, they're going to lose it, hold it, chop around it, hopefully. But yeah, below 1567 isn't really great. You don't want to be below that to be real. So yeah, it's been just since the beginning of the year, or maybe like 5 weeks has been bad. Just route. Metals to the moon, dude. Well, you know, silver's up 3% now, and you have at the highs of day, highs of week, and then you have Bitcoin that is up 1.3%, $1,000 on the new week. So new week, new price action, at least initially. Yeah, so you don't know where we're gonna be by open. I just can't wait to see what's gonna happen in China, like what their markets are gonna do. Actually historical times we live in. So okay, yeah, thanks for the over 900 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the stream, please hit the like button, bell, the sub. I have been live now for hour and 21 minutes. I do have something going on this evening, so I won't be able to stay live much longer, but happy to be here to cover what's going on, and good to see you know, more than the normal crowd on the weekdays, and the, you know, lack of volatility. So you want to see a chart of all charts, it was this one, the AGQ. Was down 60% at the lows, was down like 70% at 125. Talk about the deleveraging. They had to reallocate because the dumps were so hard. But man, how crazy is it? Like the last day, the all-time high day. Look at that hanging man reversal. Sweet mother of Jesus. Prophetic, but not like this. Like what? AGQ, man. Yeah, dude. God. Yeah, and hopefully like the silver and gold, you know, kind of little rally sustains throughout the evening into tomorrow. But dude, you were playing with fire. Like actually being like, oh dude, okay, I'm gonna like buy into this. You don't. Silver could be down 5% in 10 minutes at any time. It's virtually like you were trying to chase a tornado with no map, nothing. You're just out there. You don't know which way is north, south, east, west. You see the tornado, you're in your truck, and you're trying to follow it, trying to track it. You will get destroyed. I mean, like, there's a good chance you die. So yeah. But for like physical holders, like, who cares? Like, it's just a meme at this point. It's like, oh yeah, bought lower or the same price that it's at now, and it's just wow, this is crazy to watch, you know. It's kind of a win-win. Yeah, see, look at that. Silver already down like over 1% off the highs, like instantly. And it's only because they filled the gap. Don't know if you can sustain this. No, we didn't do Tesla TA. I mean, actually look at it for a second, but you know, like, not really going to do anything formal on it. But it had earnings and really just kind of disappointing. Like, it was up 3.3%, but it was up like 7+% at the highs and just pulled back. So they lost this beautiful channel here, which sucks. But yeah, you are like, is it a bullish dragon? Are they trying? It looks like they're trying to bullish dragon this, and it's still like above the key levels. But I just like, what if the macro sells off? It's going to be really tough environment for Tesla to really run here if like you get risk off. But hey, NASDAQ's about to go positive. S&P futures about to go positive. No big deal, man. Like, boomers, no, not yet, man. Too many boomers exist, so they're not going to let the stock market collapse for real. Nope, not yet. Ethereum's up 1.9% off the lows after the lowest daily candle close confirmed since June 22nd. Super oversold. Buyers or sellers are not exhausted at any point, in any way. Any rally here, a bearish back test to 2400 would be normal. But anything that makes a lower high than 3000, but really 3400, is garbage. It's a bear market rally. Yeah, the crappy thing about it is looking at the oscillators. The oscillators, when they look like this, it does not mean any sort of impending reversal, even in like the midterm. I mean, it's like the oscillators are at a point where you're at stage one, where yeah, it's oversold. So best case, you get a little rally, the oscillator resets, you can maybe go back test 40 as resistance, and then you roll over again, and you just hope on the second, on the test of 2000, the RSI ends up being like a higher low and oversold. Like, that's what you're hoping for. Like, at $2,000, you're hoping the RSI looks like this, or you can say, oh yeah, their sellers are finally exhausted, or it's implied that, but they're not. And that's the problem with where we are right now. Yeah, I'll feel more comfortable when we're at $2,000 showing bullish divergence on the daily. And I guess for Bitcoin, 71K, same thing, you know. Because there was, in fact, bullish divergence on Bitcoin before the reversal. If you remember, it was like a big bullish dragon pattern on Bitcoin back in April, right? Yeah, with the dragon. And there was really nice bullish divergence. And if you go back to the streams in April, we discussed this. I tweeted about this, all that was going on here, the dragon. That's the predictable pattern. Oh, okay. There's a structure that we've seen a million times before. Okay, it makes sense. Sellers exhausted on the slightly lower low. And now we're waiting for that to develop again. But unfortunately, you can't. Like, it can't. We're not even close yet. We got to rally a little bit, and then we got to dump again to a lower low. And then maybe exhaustion will be showing up on the oscillators. So, not a great situation for crypto. Yeah. No hopium to smoke on yet. Well, we want US oil to sink again a little bit because we want a bullish back test to that key level that was recaptured. Yeah, we want that. And then all of a sudden you get a higher low, and the higher low would indicate more than before. And then like we have a stronger argument for a major overall trend reversal on US oil if we got that pullback. So very small bit. No, there's zero bullish divergence at all on Bitcoin's daily. Literally none. Absolutely zero, bro. Okay, none. Like, you don't go from this beginning you don't go from this RSI bearish consolidation structure into this one. You don't do that. No. RSI divergence, you're looking for local price action. You're looking for local divergence. I can't even circle. Okay. You're looking for it to develop like this. Not that, okay? You want this. You always want this. Not this to this. That doesn't make sense. No. So again, you're oversold. So like a reaction, a reflexive rally can occur to reset the oscillator before another drawdown. And that next drawdown locally, you want to see the RSI nick oversold, but be slightly higher than the lowest low the first time. And that indicates divergence. Silver is struggling here. I mean, it's down 2% since it peaked just moments ago. It is the most volatile thing ever. If you want to, you can go skydiving, you can go spelunking, you can go cage diving with sharks, or you can long silver. Like, it's the same, you will get the same type of rush because it is a massive, like, the volatility is too great, man. I'm telling you, you're chasing a tornado without a map, without even knowing which direction you're looking at. Like, that is what you're doing. Already lost 2.5% of its value. It's back to being flat again in minutes. Why do I not use 5 moving averages? Because I don't need to. I only use one typically, and I only use the 20 and the 50 just for reference, man. Look at that bearish crossover. Look at that. Look at that. How the price action correlated negatively to the 50 and the 20. How nasty is that? That is like, that would have strengthened the argument for even worse situation. So, oh my God, they'll run it up. The moving averages catch up. They test the 20 again as resistance and then it rolls over. Yeah, okay. Like, I just don't, you know, it's not that big a deal to me. Moving averages. They are for referencing, not for like trading.
A Diceman tipped $25. Can you look at? Sorry if you have recently and I missed it.
They did the thing. They're doing the thing. We're waiting on Nike to go to like 50 bucks or lower. Okay, I've already been here at some point recently, and okay, looks like we're back. And yeah, you would test the resistance as resistance, the lower high, 200 moving average resistance, then you roll over to a lower low, and then down here you get something like this, and then we could take action in September if it does all that. Okay, so we're just waiting for. There's absolutely nothing to do except be short on it if you wanted. You'd be taking profit on your short around 50 bucks, and your stop loss would be above like 65 or something. That's it, man. It's a nasty trend, and you're waiting on a type 2 return. Yeah, this is it. So you're either short or short, you're still off. Like, the closer you are to $67, $66.89, the easier it is to manage risk. It's a key inflection point, but you're at like 61.81, so you're already removed from that. So harder to manage risk now, but yeah, you're targeting for 50 bucks on Nike. Okay, downtrend, trend is your friend. Bearish price action locally, 1, 2, 3. You can see classic distribution. Negative correlation to price action, or negative correlation to key inflection point from history. Look at this. It is not a joke, man. This is not made up. Look at me. Look at this thing. November 2015. It was the buying climax. It was the all-time high reversal. Look at this. They recaptured, reconfirmed it. It was support. That's what they're doing. They're correlating to that negatively. So it's like, you know, for a fact, you're targeting for $50 by far. If it breaks that, okay, that's where you would cut your losses if you were short above 67, because something weird is going on. They're recapturing the key level, but they just confirmed it as resistance. So I don't know why they would be running to recapture it anytime soon. So it looks gross. That's it. That's your Nike. My God. Whew. Anyway, so silver that was flat is now up 2% again. Unreal volatility. Can you believe this? We're talking, look at the 1 minute, man. Are you kidding me? Look at the 1 minute chart. Look how stupid this is. Look at that. I mean, the swings are outrageous. Up 12.5%. Then it is only up 9%. Then it's back up 12% off. Oh my God. I can't even, dude. Keep looking at it. It's wild. Freakish. This is why owning physical is the way that it works on silver. You own silver, you own your physical. It's safe. Keep it secret, keep it safe, you know, volatility, all this disconnection, dislocation and price from the West East doesn't matter. You probably win no matter what. Owning physical. Good God. All right. So, you know, I've been live hour and a half plus, thanks to 800 plus here. I know we were looking at, you know, hour and a half. Yeah. Hour and 33 minutes. So, remember it is the first of the month's first best day to join the Patreon, patreon.com/MitchRayTA. The link is pinned in the chat above. It is, you know, you can join the Patreon. There's trade setups, education, access to the premium Discord chat. But above all, you're supporting a 100% crowdsourced streamer who's been doing this for 8 years in 1 week. 8 years on the 9th is the anniversary of the first video I ever made. So go look around. Just about every channel you go to has some sort of sponsor that they're shouting out. They got the logo somewhere. They're doing it all stream, on and off. Never done that. No affiliate marketing links ever. You were the only sponsors I've ever had, the general public. So, and that's cost me most likely hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay. I sacrificed making that just so I can say my honor is intact. Okay. I work for you and no one else. 280 on silver. Very nice. You got less than 30 minutes till China opens, and it's going to be very interesting. Silver could be at $100 today, or it could be at 70. You flip your coin, that's it. So, it's been a good stream. Thank you for coming out. Pray for me. It's going to be in the 30s tonight. First time since 2010 in Miami, dude. So I'll just be back. Until next time, respect the T. A.
Adios, turd nuggets.